Ladies and gentlemen, boys, and ho-ho-hos, welcome to fucking episode 40-something of the Spearhead Sundays podcast, and I just realised that no one's going to listen to this one. There's no way anyone's going to fucking listen to this one, because it comes out on Christmas morning. So, you know what, actually, if you're listening to this, I hope you're not too lonely, okay? I hope that, you've come to terms with not having Christmas with the family or just not celebrating Christmas. And I'm sorry that, that you don't have anyone to open presents with, but that's all right, because you get to listen to me yell about shit. I'm wearing a Christmas hat. Why don't you go into your room and you just get your little fucking Christmas hat that you bought and you really wanted to wear, but unfortunately you can't because you just didn't get invited to anything. Why don't you go and grab that and just put it on while you listen to this? And you and me, we can have our own little fucking lonely Christmas. Hey? I'll give you a second to go and grab your hat. Oh, you got it? You know what? It looks silly on you. It does. It looks a bit silly on me too as well. Oh yeah. Look, but it's the silly season, isn't it? It's the silly season of Christmas. But enough of that, right? Oh, actually, no. Everyone's just going to listen to this the fucking next day, dickhead. All right. So, what am I talking about today? So it's fucking. Should I put this out tonight? You know what? I'm recording this on 2:30 on Saturday, and right now, I'm really supposed to be packing for something that I just don't want to fucking do. I remember when I was like 12 and I heard everyone complaining about the fucking Christmas traveling season and all that kind of shit. I was like, I'm not going to do that. There's no way I will ever travel on Christmas, and here I am. I'm fucking traveling for Christmas to go and celebrate Christmas in another state. I'm going to New South Wales. Not even like Sydney, like country New South Wales to go and celebrate Christmas. And it's not even my family, it's my girlfriend's family. And they're nice. They're very nice people. It's not even her parents, her grandparents, and her grandparents are lovely people. I've met them twice before, but I don't know them. I know my grandparents, and I won't even drive 2 hours to go see them on Christmas. And I see them all the time. I like them. They're my grandparents. But fuck that. I'm not even going to get in a car for 2 hours. It's too hot. But, I've agreed like a fucking idiot to fly around the country to go and spend Christmas with... Oh, it's not going to... You know what? It'll be fine when I get there. I'm sure that I'll enjoy it when I get there, but I'm going to have to fucking sit in the airport with every other cunt who was too stupid to travel the week before, right? So we're all doing it last minute. No one's fucking happy. Everyone's at the airport. The airport staff are probably stressed as fuck because they've been yelled at by a whole bunch of assholes who are screaming that their flights are going to be 2 minutes late. So the airport staff have just got PTSD. I'm going to come up to them and say hello, and they're just going to be flinching. They've got like beaten wife syndrome. Every time I make a movement, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to get yelled at. Nothing's my fault. Dude, if you yell at airport staff, you're an asshole. Why would you yell at them? What, you're going to yell at the fucking girl behind the desk? You know what? She has enough to deal with. Do you see how tight those bitches have to wear their hair back? Right? That would hurt. There's no way you could pull your hair back that far and put into that tight of a bun without at least encouraging female pattern baldness, right? Those poor bitches with their tied back hair, and they've got 50 kilos of makeup on their head. So from, their basically their face and their head is being pulled in two different directions. It's being pulled backwards by their hair, it's so tight, and then pulled forward by the amount of fucking makeup they have to wear. So really, it's like, basically, if you leave one of those airport staff there for long enough, right? The flight attendants or the receptionists, whatever you call them, when you see them when they're like 20 years old, they're gorgeous, real pretty, They look really nice in their little fucking uniform, pretending that they're not on minimum wage. And then, but when you see the 40-year-old ones and you see, yeah, this fucks you. All the makeup they got to wear and how tight they put their hair back, you see that their face and the back of their head starts to slowly separate. It's like when you peel an egg from the top, all of this, the shell starts to come out and you see their fucking skull at the top and they look like they're melting and they've just got cunt face. And you know what? I would have cunt face too if I had to deal with people at an airport. Because even I'm a bit of a fucking asshole when I go to the airport. Never to the staff, but I'm never mean to the staff. But you know what? I'm not going to smile. I'm so excited to line up and check in and go through the machine and feel like I have drugs on me, even though I don't. You ever do that when you go through the scanners and then they take your bag for a random search and they swipe you with the drug swab, and just because they're doing it to you, you think, fuck, they're doing this to me because I must have drugs on me. Oh shit, I've got drugs on me. I'm trafficking cocaine right now. Holy shit, I'm worse than Pablo Escobar. And you start thinking that, and then you start getting nervous, and then they start going, this guy's nervous, he's hiding something. And you're like, oh my God, they think I'm hiding something. Shit, maybe I've shelved something and then forgotten about it. Maybe I've got like 50,000 condoms filled with cocaine in my asshole right now, and I'm just sitting on the plane trying not to fart in case I let one out. Shit. And then they're like, right, mate, you're gonna have to come in for a cavity search. And then you just get your fingers prodded by a 50-year-old dude who hates his job. That happens to me every time I go to the airport. No, but you know what I mean. You know what? When I fly, because I take my camera on tour with me and I take my tripod, and when it gets X-rayed, the tripod that I have looks exactly like a rifle. It looks like a gun, and every single time it goes through the X-ray thing, they stop it and they stare at it for ages trying to figure out what it is, and then all I want to do is just yell out, it's a tripod. But I know if I yell out, they're just going to jump on me. Like, you can't yell in an airport because, you're standing fucking 10 meters away from them. You go through the metal detector, and then your bag does, and then you're just watching to see what your bag looks like in the X-ray machine. And then I see them every time. They're like, fuck, that's a rifle. That's a pipe bomb. That's something. I've never seen that before. It's not good. Too much metal. Too many fucking legs and spokes. It looks like it's a machine. And then I start looking at it going, I'm trying to make eye contact with the guy going, it's just a tripod, man. I'm fucking, I film shit. And then they see me freaking out, and then I always get searched. You know what? It's probably Khaled's fault because they know I'm mates with him. But yeah, I'm going to Sydney, and it's too fucking hot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm real hot. I'm just sweating and dying in this fucking room. It's going to be 37 on Christmas because nothing says holiday spirit like sitting on a leather couch in your underwear, just sticking to it. You try and get up and your skin just comes off with it. But yeah, I hope it's not going to be that fucking hot in Sydney, but who knows? You know what I've realized? Next episode of the podcast is going to be a really, really fucking angry one. Because I'm going to have, straight after recording this, I go to the airport to go to some place I don't want to go to. And then I got to come home, and then I'll record the podcast. I'm going to be fucking raging. I hope you guys are prepared for it, because it's just going to be an hour of me yelling about what happened at the airport, which really is primetime fucking entertainment. I swear to God, if I get on the plane and I see one cunt take his shoes off because it's hot, I'm going to fucking punch the window out. I'm going to decompress the whole plane. I'm going to grab his shoe that he took off, and I'm going to smash through the windows and open up the emergency door exit, because I'm not dealing with that smell or that sight. filthy animals. No, but you know what? What is good about flying when you're this height is I always get the emergency exit. And what they do, the emergency exit, you get a little bit more leg room because that's where people are supposed to be walking out. And if you get the emergency exit, you have to be like fit and able to open up the emergency door, throw it out of the plane, and then evacuate the people. And every time you do it, right? They're like, oh, would you? They offer it to me because they see I'm so tall. They're like, oh, do you want an emergency exit? I'm like, yeah, cool. And every time they have to go through this legal verbal agreement that they've all memorized and I have to agree to. And I'm going to tell you straight up, every time I agree to that, I'm lying through my fucking teeth. They're like, okay, are you ready and able to assist in the event of an emergency? And I'm like, well, I'm ready and able, but there's no fucking way I'm helping, right? I'm getting out of the plane and I don't give a fuck about anybody else, right? This is what I'm supposed to do if a plane crashes. Like we're even going to survive a fucking plane crash. How many times has a plane fallen out of the sky and the person in charge of the emergency exit has actually helped? No. Okay, first of all, 95% chance that everyone is dead. And if by the slim chance that they're not, I will have nothing to do with saving people, okay? What is me opening a door actually going to do, right? Let's say we crash into some water. Me opening a door isn't going to fucking save anybody, okay? Anybody can open that door. It's nothing special. Most of the people are going to drown. Everyone's going to be unconscious, right? You know what's going to happen? We're going to hit the water, right? We're going to do a massive fucking splash in the water. Somehow, thanks to the pilot's amazing piloting skills, we're going to survive, and the plane is slowly sinking. But, right, everyone's going to be unconscious. I'm going to be unconscious. I'm not even going to fucking open that door. I'll be out cold, and then we'll all drown to death. The pilot might get out. Nah, he'll be fucked. He's at the front of the plane. Right? So, but let's say in this fantasy world where a plane crashes and for some reason after that, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to open the emergency exit and then push it out of the plane. Right? So I'm closest to the door. I push it out of the plane. And then what I'm supposed to do is stand up and help other people exit. Are you fucking kidding me? Who is going to do that, right? Who in their right mind, while they're sitting next to their wife and kids in the emergency row, who's going to open the door, throw it out, help their wife and kids out, and then her wife's and the kid's going to go, Dad, come with us. The plane's sinking. There's fire in the plane. You're going to burn to death. And then what? I'm going to go, sorry, son, but I made a verbal agreement with one of the flight attendants who is not on this flight that I would help other passengers get off the plane. So until everybody else is off the plane, I'm staying here. No one's going to fucking do that. That's bullshit. I'll open the door. I'll open the shit out of that door. Right? I'll push people out of the way because there's 3 people in the exit row, and if I'm in the aisle, I will punch the other 2 people in the face, knock them out cold, open the door for myself, and just fucking dive in that water. I am not helping strangers because dude, you really think I'm going to help the cunt next to me who takes his shoes off? No way. I'll open the door, get out of the plane, and then fucking replace it and weld it shut. Keep Mr. Barefeet in there to fucking burn to death. Can I get in trouble if an airline hears this? I bet I can. You know, if I'm an... That's all satire, guys. I'll definitely help. I just want the extra leg room. Because let's be honest, right? We all know if the plane crashes, I'm fucked. So just give me my extra leg room, and, you know, if we crash, I'll wing it. But, you know, I don't know. We might get some fucking... You know what? I'll get a good Snapchat story done. I've been trying a lot harder on my Snapchat because fucking... Recently, so many more people have been following me on Snapchat, and it's like thousands of people now. Hundreds of people add me and message me a day, and it's getting It has gotten so big to the point where it stresses me out. I'm like, oh, I got to make a Snapchat. I don't want to make a fucking 10-second Snapchat video. I just want to live my life, to be honest. But I realize that it's an important thing to do. There's too many social media apps out there now, right? There's fucking Twitter that you got to put your thoughts out on and fucking argue with colleagues and cause drama. And then there's YouTube, which you got to make videos on and make some awesome content. I love YouTube. And then there's fucking Instagram, where you got to post cool photos of you living a much better life than you actually do to trick people into thinking that you're a rich celebrity. And then there's, what else is there? Then there's fucking Instagram stories, which is just a shitter version of Snapchat, but you still probably should post to it. It pisses me off. Vine is dead, which is, thank God for that. That never should have been alive in the first place. That should have been aborted as soon as they thought of the idea. What if we make an app where you can only post 6-second videos? That'll encourage some good content making. And then what else is there? And then there's this podcast that I do, and then there's fucking Snapchat. And then Facebook as well, where Facebook is just trying to be all of those things at once. And it's just like, it's too much social media, guys. I hate it. All I want to do, right, in an ideal world, I just want to make some good YouTube videos, do some comedy, this podcast, and that's it, really. But you got to do all the other shits, otherwise people fucking forget about you. And, Snapchat stresses me out because it's just, I can't be funny in 10 seconds. It's real difficult. But I'm trying harder, right? And people have had the audacity to complain about my unfunny Snapchats. It's like, cunt, this is fucking Snapchat, all right? Don't come here expecting me to put my best quality stuff. In terms of, like, what I rate the importance of social media, right? YouTube. Okay, so here's how I what's the word? Here's how I fucking delegate my material. My best shit that goes straight to the stage. That's stand-up comedy. My best, most intelligently crafted, funniest work that goes into stand-up comedy, right? A step below that is Lou Review. That's where I put all the other jokes, right? That's where I put a lot of effort into as well. That's the second priority. Third priority is, I'm not including the podcast in this because I don't write the podcast. I literally just turn on the fucking mic and improvise, right? So it goes stand-up, and then it goes YouTube, and then the third one is like, I'll put an effort into Facebook videos, making some relatable memes, right? Tag a mate who does this. What if this fucking Christmas video I hate making event videos. It's Christmas is coming up. We got to make a Christmas video. I fucking hate that shit, right? So I did offensive bonbons, which was a funny video. I liked that video, but I didn't want to make it, right? So it goes the stage, then Lou Review, which is a 10-minute fucking marathon for me that I put a lot of effort into, and then the Facebook, which is, what if bonbons are offensive? Tag a friend who can relate to this. And then below that is Twitter, where basically Twitter for me is where all of the jokes that I have thought of and gone for stage, all of the stand-up material that I've thought of and going, it's more of a tweet, it's a bit fucking shit. That goes on Twitter, right? I just tweet out the shit, doesn't fucking matter. Might go well, probably won't, all right? And then below that, I'll put effort into fucking Facebook posts. And then below that is Instagram, where I'll post some cool photos, or Spot Neb's photos, which is basically just crowdsourced paparazzi. And then right at the fucking bottom, at the very bottom of the barrel, that's where the shit stuff goes on Snapchat. Because the way I see it, right? Whenever I watch a story from people that I genuinely like very close personal friends, I go, fuck, I hated that. It's always some cunt selfie recording themselves in a nightclub, listening to some song that you don't like, and they're just pretending to have way more fun than they actually are. Being like, oh, wow, I definitely don't regret paying entry and then paying $80 for drinks and $20 for pingers. I really am enjoying this night. Please, everyone, look how much fun my life is. Oh, I hate my job on Monday. I'm a little bit depressed. That's what fucking Snapchat is, right? And it's either that, or it's photos of food, or it's some chick taking a selfie of herself going, someone chat, which really means someone convinced me to send you nudes because I don't have the initiative and I'm a little bit horny and I would feel like a bit of a whore if I initiated the nude sending. That's what that is, right? And then it's just people taking bong hits and blowing smoke into the camera like that's cool and not fucking the most pathetic shit you've ever seen. Some cunt sitting alone in their bedroom by themselves smoking weed and filming it. Like that's... I couldn't think of anything lamer than that. Maybe, you know, actually I can. Listening to this podcast is probably the only thing lamer than that. So I've been, because the Snapchat is getting just too big to not put effort into, I have been trying to make it funnier. So I do these Airbnb tours. Those are really funny, where I basically just tour the shithole that I'm staying in and point out all of the things in the room. And I'm just trying a lot harder to be funnier, and it has been working. Like lots more people are snapping me, lots more people are watching and screenshotting, and the effort's kind of paying off. Oh, my username is Nebs Chat. N for no. NEBZ chat, CHAT, Nebs chat. That's my username. Add me there, send me a selfie, send me some nudes, whatever. But what has kind of really been annoying me about... What's not annoying me, it's just a bit shit where... I get so many messages and photos that I literally can't, because mine's public, I let anyone send me stuff. I can't respond to everybody now. It's just too big. It's like my YouTube comments now. I used to be able to respond to every comment when I was really small, but now I get hundreds. I can't respond, but I do read every single one because the feedback's important. And I do the same thing on Snapchat, but the problem is, right, the difference between YouTube comments and snaps is you can tell that I've opened your Snapchat, right? So people get really cut when I open it and then I don't respond. Like I'll open it, they'll say something like, oh, that was funny. And I'll open it and I'll be like, oh, cool. And then I'll open the next ones where they'll be like, that was funny, or that was shit, or hey, what are you doing? Or people will send me a text fucking message thing that says, hey, can I ask you a question? Just fucking ask me the question, cunt. You don't need to ask if you can ask me a question. That is a question. Just ask me it, and if it's an interesting enough question, I will fucking answer it. And people have started to like get offended if I open it and I don't respond. And it's like I don't know what to tell those people. Like I'm sorry, I get like 100 messages a day. If I responded to everybody, I would not have time to make videos. So it's gotten to the point where so many people have done that where I'm like, fuck, maybe I should just turn it off so that nobody can message me. But then I lose that kind of connection that Snapchat is really good for, because it's much more of a personal thing where people can just send me shit or send me funny photos. And then people can't send me spot nebs either. If I made it private, they can't fucking spot nebs me. So if you send me a message and I read it and I don't respond, I don't hate you, right? People get cut. They're like, oh, wow, you're too good for me. It's like, no, I'm not too good. I'm too busy, bro. You're one of 100. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. It just means, oh, yeah, I read it because the feedback's important to me, but I don't have time to fucking respond. If you ask me a question like, hey, when are you performing next? I'll definitely get back to you then, because just makes sense. But and whenever, you know, they are fucking, the only people who say that, who get cut when I don't respond, are the people who send shit that's not even worth responding to. Hey, can I ask you a question? Hey, hi, what are you doing? Up to? Here's a selfie of me and my bong. Like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't know. I'm sure you guys, everyone who listens to this is mostly really cool. I've never met a podcast listener that was a fucking freak or felt. It's like, you know, people feel entitled to get a response, and I don't know, it just fucking stresses me out, like all these cunts hitting me up and then wanting a response from me when I just literally don't have time, and it makes me feel bad, you know. I don't want, and then whenever they get cut and they send me something else and then I open that, it's like, well, fuck, now I have to respond because otherwise they're gonna just hate me. It's I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of pressure, and I don't know, like you're just putting a lot of pressure on me, and it's just stressing me out. Like I just wanna keep it cool, keep it casual, you know. I'll read your messages and you can send me messages, but I want to respond. And basically what I want is like an open relationship with you guys. I just don't like labels, you know. I don't know. What I'm saying is if you send me a message, I'll almost definitely read it, but I also, if I don't respond, don't fucking crack it at me, all right? Shall we do the questions? Fuck, it's just so hot. Sorry, guys, this is a bit of a rambling one. It's just really, really hot. Next week's podcast will be a lot better because I'll be fucking furious about the airport. I'll be coming back with a lot of shit. I just didn't do anything this week. I just worked fucking heaps, making sure that I could get videos done and out. So because I know that when I go away, it's going to be like 4 days where I can't work, and I don't really want to. I want to have a little break. So I just tried to make sure that I had enough content finished so that I could release while I was away, so that you guys don't miss out, because I am committed to making Lure Review weekly. So I'm just trying to stick to that promise. So let's get on to the questions for miscellaneous bit at the end. If you'd like to send some life advice questions through, if you need help with a relationship, or even if you have like a funny story, a fucked up story that you can't, you know what? If you have a fucked up story that makes you look like a bad person or a gross person that you just can't really tell because people look down on you when you tell it, but it's funny, let me know, because that's all I do on this podcast is I just fucking tell stories that I can't tell friends and shit, because they're like, oh wow, he actually did that? That wasn't just a joke? Oh, yuck. So yeah, if you have an embarrassing or a gross or a story that makes you look like a cunt, email it to podcast@losespears.com. Or if you have a question, you need some advice, whatever. All right. Hey, cunt. First of all, fucking hate your podcast. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. Hopefully I haven't necked myself by the time this gets read out. Anyway, so I'll cut to the chase. Recently, I've been seeing this girl called Kate. We've been Snapchatting and texting most days and catching up and hanging out quite a bit in the past couple of weeks. She's really cool, hot, has a good family, and almost everything you'd want. A couple of nice titties. But there's one small catch. Actually, make that two. Oh, two. So a couple of small titties? She's an ex-girlfriend of one of my really good mates who I've been friends with since I can remember. Oh, no, don't. They dated and broke up about 2 years ago, and things didn't end on great terms. There's obviously still some heat there, as the other day when I told my mate I was seeing her, he goes, "Fuck, I hate that cunt." Standard. Although he did reassure me that he was fine with the concept of me potentially continuing to see Kate. No, he's not. He's calling her a cunt, and he's obviously got unfinished feelings with this girl, and I guarantee you, if this girl becomes your girlfriend, you're going to have to hang out with him and her. Do you really want to hang out with the dude who used to fuck your girlfriend and he hates her, and whenever she is not there, he refers to her as that cunt, which the more invested you get in this girl, the more it will piss you off. You don't want to fucking do that. It's too much drama, man. Another aspect of the situation is that another fairly good friend of mine has been seeing her only a few months ago now. But when I say seeing, I mean mainly fucking in the back seat of his car at the local footy oval for a couple of weeks. Well, you've picked a great one, mate. You've picked the best chick you could have gone. Hey, you know what I really want? I want a girl who's really nice. She Snapchats me all the time. She texts me all the time. And another important thing is that she's fucked two of my friends. Because I love awkward situations. All right. I also told this mate of my recent adventures with Kate, and he also seemed to not care. Although I seem to have received the all clear from my two good mates, I can't help but feel a sense of uneasiness when it comes to me and Kate. But don't get me wrong, I'm super fond of her and keen to see where things progress to. I've always prided myself on being a good mate and doing what's best for the friendship in long-standing relationships, but I'm a little torn on where I should go from here. Thanks for answering this. Keep up the good work, faggot. From Tom. All right, Tom. See, it's a hard one because obviously there's nothing wrong with her fucking people. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But it was two people that you know really well. And that's just awkward, man. Like, let's say you have a real good relationship with this chick and she's cool and she becomes your girlfriend. You will inevitably have to hang out with her and your best friend who obviously hates her because maybe he did some fucked up stuff or maybe she did some fucked up stuff and he doesn't like her. He will, if it's been 2 years since he dated her and he's referring to her as that cunt, he's not over her, okay? And he will, you dating her is not going to help him get over those hateful feelings he has to this chick. So, you're either going to have to just deal with that. You can't deal with that. What that's going to do is that will ruin your friendship with this guy. And that's not your fault. That's him being a bitter asshole. But at the end of the day, it's been 2 years and he has not been dating her and he still refers to her as that cunt. You dating her is not going to change his mind. So, either you have to be content with this relationship with the girl fucking up your relationship with your friend, or you're just going to have to cut one of them out. And I would lean towards cutting the girl out because it sounds like it's not very serious. I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth the drama, to be honest. Like, I've seen girls that have been with my friends. Never seriously, though. I've never seriously considered dating because of the reason of I just don't want to hang out with my mate and see him and my girlfriend talking and then just that little voice in the back of my mind, just that fucking, you know, that evil voice that says the shit and then you hear it and you're like, why would I think that? That just ruined my day. You know, that voice, right? So you'd see your girl and your best mate talking on Australia Day, whatever, and they're just having a nice, friendly chat. And then you look at them, you went and get some drinks, and then you come back into the back garden, and they're still talking, and then as you're walking towards them to give them both a drink, this little evil voice comes up in the back of your head and goes, do you reckon his dick is bigger than yours? And you're just going to deal with that. And that little thought is just going to come in. Like, I wonder if it is. What if it isn't? Should I ask her? No, I can't fucking ask her. What if he's better at it than me? What if this and that? And it's going to fuck with your subconscious. And I guarantee you, your mate is thinking the same thing. Where he's going to see you and your girlfriend, she's sitting on your lap, you're just having a cute little couple moment, and your mate has gone to the bathroom and then he's coming back and he sees them and then he just fucking remembers in the back of his head, fuck, I used to love it when she would suck my nutsack. And then he'd go, I can't think that, she's not my girlfriend, fuck. But I wonder if she does that to him, my mate. Maybe I can ask him about it and we could bond over it. Oh, maybe I could give him tips on how to fuck. No, you just don't. I don't know. I just don't think you want to deal with that level of drama. And I think inevitably, unless your friend can get over her, which it sounds unlikely, it will ruin one of the relationships. So I think that you will end up having to choose. And you will, and whichever one you choose, whether it's your friend or your girlfriend, you will end up resenting the one that you chose, right? If you're with your girlfriend and it's a year down the track and your mate is still referring to her as a cunt, and then you go, you know what, fuck you, man, I don't want to hang out with you because you're so disrespectful and you have a huge blow up and you lose a really close friend, you're going to go to your girlfriend and just be thinking, man, this girl ruined one of my best friendships, you know? Or if it's the other way around and you break up with the girl because she doesn't like you hanging out with your mate because, you know, it's awkward, you're going to think about your mate, fuck, it's your fault that I lost a really important girl in my life. So, you know, I personally don't think it's worth the drama. Doesn't sound like it's very serious. Doesn't sound like you guys are even really dating properly at all. You guys are just seeing each other. So, you know what? I would probably just I wouldn't see her anymore. Or if I did continue to see her, I wouldn't move it anywhere further than seeing her. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't make her my girlfriend just because I don't think it's worth the fucking trouble. And I'd feel the same way. I'd give the same advice to a girl who was seeing a guy who had fucked a few of her friends. You know, it's just, I don't think it's worth the drama. And at the end of the day, you should stand by the people who have been with you the longest, which is your mate. So I think that obviously he's not 100% happy that you're fucking his ex-girlfriend, because there's a lot of hurt feelings there. And you know what? I wouldn't be okay with it either. If one of my really close friends started, you know, dating a girl that I had a huge breakup with that really hurt my heart and my soul, you just wouldn't be okay with that. You know what I mean? I think it'd be very, very rare to find a person who is truly zen and at peace with one of their close friends being in a relationship with one of their fucking first loves. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't think that it's a good thing to do to your friend. And I'm not excusing him referring to her as a cunt, but you know, sometimes you just have a horrible breakup and you just have those evil feelings that you can't get rid of. And the only way to keep them away is to not see that person again. So yeah, you know what? If I was your mate and I had a horrible breakup with a girl and then you started dating her, I don't think I would like hanging out with you anymore, even if she wasn't there, because obviously, you know, if you guys are dating and it's serious, you're going to talk about her a lot, and I'm fucking trying to get over this chick, and all of a sudden I have to pretend not to care when one of my really good friends is talking about how well their relationship is going when it didn't work with me. Do you know what I mean? I think that if you continue to date this girl and it gets more serious, it's going to ruin one of the relationships. It'll be either your relationship with her or with your mate. So I don't think it's worth the drama. So either stop seeing her or keep the relationship at the level that it's at. Nothing serious. Just fucking around. All right, let's have another. I got one more question and then we'll wrap it up because it's very fucking hot. I'm going to die. Sorry, this one's been a little bit rambly. Next one will be much angrier. And then the live podcast is coming up soon. I'm actually very excited for that. If you're coming to the live podcast, I am going to send you an email. If you have tickets to the live podcast, could you... I really want to do like a live advice answering with the person there. So if you're coming to the live podcast and you need some advice about something and you're happy to be recorded and on camera... send an email to podcast@loosebeers.com with your question, and if it's funny enough, we'll do it on stage. I think that'd be real funny. All right, last question. Hey Lulu, to start with, I love the podcast. Pretty good fucking jokes and top banter. Anyway, my name's Mitch, and I fucked up hardcore like the porn and got fucked. I'll start with some backstory. I dated this chick, Matisse, for a while and got feelings. But she broke up with me. She broke up with and depression. She broke up with me. She broke up with and depression. I don't know how the fuck you wrote this, Mitch. I'm assuming what you mean is she broke up with you and it made you depressed, I guess. I stopped talking to her and followed your great advice from previous podcasts. That was my advice, to completely ghost her, I guess. I think that's the best thing to do with a relationship, just ghost them, never see them, never speak to them, delete them off everything. That's what he did. I ignored her and didn't talk to her for 3 months, even though she's in my clique and she's in my friendship group and really good friends with all of my really good friends. A little bit awkward, but whatever. I then went out last weekend and got pissed as fuck with the boys and went off my face. Then someone dragged out a few buds and I got high as hell against my better judgment. It was about 2 a.m. and apparently I sent a horrible message to her I regret while fucked up, which is the first attachment. What did you send? Okay, so the text is, sorry for being a shit petal. Honest, I fucked up and you're a beautiful girls and I really ducked up, bro. You called her bro. Oh, man, it's funny. Sorry, if we can talk again, it'd be hell funny. Again, sorry, Matisse, I ducked up bad. Yeah, that's a drunk text. You sound like you're texting someone on your footy team after you fucked up during the game. Sorry, bro. You know, I'll be better next time. You know, I fumbled with the ball and we lost the match, but that's all right. I fucked up, bro. But you know, we'll smash it out in training and we'll get better. And next game we'll fucking win. That's what it sounds like. But it wasn't your footy mate. It was your fucking ex-girlfriend. Good on you, mate. Sorry for being a shit pedal. Honest, I ducked up. You're a beautiful girls, and I really ducked up, bro. Sorry if we can talk again. It'd be hell funny. Again, sorry, Mattia. You didn't even spell her name right. I ducked up bad. Yeah, you're a fuckhead, bro. Oh, man. I then woke up at about 10 in the morning with a raging headache and checked the time to see fuck all battery. After unlocking my phone to see what apps were open, I saw the message. I then sent something to save myself, also attached. Still want to commit suicide after it. This is worse than miscellaneous bit at the end, honestly. All right, what should I do? I want to get back with her eventually, but I think this blew my chances. Thanks a lot, can't have a shit one. All right, so this is the message that he sent in the morning. If either of those texts before this went through, just ignore it. I decided to drink a bit and yeah, sorry about that. If this text is by itself and I didn't send shit before it, forget I sent this. Oh yeah, dude, you fucked up. I don't know what to tell you, man. You sent a drunk text, it didn't spell her name right, and it sounds like she didn't respond, so... Yeah, bro, I don't know. I think that you fucked up. I got no advice for this. You fucked up. I think you did the right thing by apologizing for sending that shit. I think that's all you can do, really. There's no real way you can fix that. You drunk texted her some horrible shit and embarrassed yourself. So you're just going to have to deal with that, Mitch. I'm sorry, bro. Thanks for sending this in. You said you sent 2 texts, but you only sent me 2 screenshots. If you send another one, email it to me. But I only have 2 here. Yeah, that's you. I got nothing, man. You fucked up, and you're an idiot. But appreciate the support. I'll send me an update if she responds. All right, guys, that's it for the podcast. It's a short one, but you know it's out on Christmas, so I don't want to waste all you guys' time. I will see you next week. I'll let you know how the fucking how going away was. And holy shit, my tickets for the tour are going on sale in 2 weeks. Fuck, that's awesome. So yeah, keep an eye out. If you want to get access to pre-sale, jump on loosespears.com/gig list. Put your email and your city in there, and I will send you a link before everybody else. Especially if you're from Melbourne, please get on the gig list because that is definitely going to sell out. If everybody on the gig list from Melbourne buys 1 ticket, it's sold out before the general public has access to it. So I would really, really recommend getting on the pre-sale list. Because, yeah, as I've been saying, I think the venues were doing it too small for how big I am now. But, you know, I might embarrass myself and sell no fucking tickets next year. Who knows? All right, so, yeah, loosespears.com/giglist. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a shit one, and also have a shit Christmas. See ya.